So what we're going to do, we're going to begin with some movements. And we're going to begin with working on strengthening our arms, our chest, our back, our shoulders. We're going to be working on opening up the shoulder joint. We're going to work on the knees, the ankles, and the toes. We're going to work on a lot of different parts of the body. And then towards the end, we'll work on some more advanced breathing techniques. So what I want you to do to begin with is to come onto your abdomen, and you're going to point your feet, place your insteps to the mat, and place your hands down on the mat. Put your chin on the back of your hands and allow your body to relax. Keep the tip of your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. And you're breathing in slowly and breathing out slowly. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, we're going to take our hands and place them on the floor. We're going to spread the fingers wide apart. Make sure that the forearms are perpendicular to the floor. This pose we're going to do is called Wadjet. It's widely known in commercial yoga as being called upward facing dog, but we call it Wadjet. The word Wadjet, Wadjet, is representative of what we call the cobra. So you point your toes, breathe in slowly, breathe out slowly. As you are breathing in, you pull forward with your body as you lift, and then you exhale as you straighten your arms. You want to engage the muscles of your arms, your chest, your back, and your shoulders. You breathe in slowly and expand your lungs all the way up into your chest. Breathe out slowly. Breathe in again. Slowly ease your body downward as you exhale. Bring your hands down, put your chin on the back of your hands, and allow your body to rest after you finish the Wadjet position. As you are resting, pay attention to your breathing. You should notice that your breath has become stronger. Your nostrils have become more open, and your lung capacity, your ability to, or the capacity for how much air you're able to take into your lungs are increasing with each repetition of the movement. So we're going to try this posture again. Remember to spread your fingers wide apart. Place your hands so that your forearms are perpendicular to the plane of the floor, and you're pointing your feet. Breathe in, pull forward, and lift at the same time as you breathe in. As you exhale, lock the strength into your arms, your back, your shoulders, and your chest. Now breathe in slowly. Breathe out slowly. Breathe in. Hold the breath, hold the position. Slowly ease yourself down as you exhale. Bring your hands down, put your chin on the back of your hands, and allow your body to relax. Focus on your breath, inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly, inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly. Now, so that was Wadjet pose number 2. Now we're gonna go into the last one, number 3. And I really want you to feel, I want you to pay attention and really experience the change in your body. So again, take your hands next to your chest. Make sure your forearms are perpendicular to the plane of the floor. When you breathe in, when you lift up, you're not just going to lift straight up. Watch me closely. I pull forward and then I lift with my inhalation. And then I exhale, pull forward. We got people in the class now. So make sure you pull forward. Do that engagement. Now breathe, inhale, exhale. Now from here, lift your knees off the floor. Keep the top of your feet on the floor. Lift your chest and breathe in. Ease your body down to the floor. Bend your arms. Let your hands come. Let your chin rest on the back of your hands. Focus on your breath. Inhaling. Slowly exhaling. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Now, come up onto your hands and knees and take a seat and cross your legs. Is it open? Okay. Um, Now, because we are going slowly, we're taking our time, but we really want you to feel what you should be feeling, right? So I want you to feel that you're able to take in, I want you to feel the change in your breathing, that your lungs are able to take in more air. So just pay attention to your respiratory system. Okay? So we're taking each one of the basic poses or postures that we do within the sun salutation, and we're going to work on them individually because it doesn't make sense to do the sun salutation when you do all the poses all at one time, but then you do each one incorrectly. So we want to make sure that that each pose within the sun salutation is a standalone posture that we're able to do correctly. When you are doing like the posture we just did, which is called what? Wadjet. The hands, the fingers are spread as wide apart as you can get them. The fleshy part of the hand right beneath the thumb is what is pressing into the floor, and which is where we're supporting our weight from. Okay. So when we get finished with these poses, we want to be able to literally look at our arms, our chests. We want to be able to feel the difference in the body. Okay. We want to be able to see the difference in the body. So we want to see that development taking place. This is as good as doing push-ups because you're really using the weight of your body to lift you up. You're lifting the weight of your body, and you're not doing it 100 times. You do it 3 times, but you do it with intensity those 3 times, and you're going to get your benefit from it. Okay. So let's try that one more time. Wadjet. One more time. Okay. And try to make sure that we really put the emphasis on the correct placement of the hands, spreading the fingers. Make sure that that fleshy part of the hand right beneath that thumb is pressing into the floor. Now, remember, you exhale all the air out, and then you inhale. Look how I'm pulling forward, and then lifting up. And then I exhale as I extend my arms. I do not want my shoulders to collapse. I want my shoulders to lock in. I want my neck to separate from my shoulders, and I want my head to go back. Then I'm going to point my toes. I'm going to lift up onto the top of my feet, going into Wajet variation 2. Lift up and lock it in. Breathe in. And then with the exhalation, bend the arms and come down slowly. Bring the hands down, put the chin on the back of the hands. Let your eyes close and breathe and relax. Inhaling, slowly exhale. Inhale and slowly exhale. Inhale and slowly exhale. Okay, now let's come up to a sitting position. Cross the legs. Good. We're taking our time, right? We're not forcing ourselves. We're not going real fast, but we have an intense workout. Okay, it's more intense than what it may even look like. If somebody was looking at you, they say, "Oh, I ain't doing nothing." Okay, you come and do it. And see that you tell me how I feel. Okay. So again, which is essential with all of our practices, can you feel a change in your breathing? As your breathing become more open, your nostrils more open, your windpipe coming through your throat area more open, your chest. Right here in your chest, you have your bronchial passages, right? It's like a little tree with branches that branch into your lungs. All of this wants to open up. We don't want congestion. We don't want mucus. And so when we're breathing, we're expanding this area and we're contracting this area. That's why when we hold that position, we're breathing in, we're bringing the breath all the way up into the chest, and we expand the lungs, and then we exhale and we contract the lungs, right? So we expand and we contract. That is the movement of life. Life is always expand. Everything in the universe is about expansion and contraction. Okay. And so we want to mimic that in our body. So what follows after the Wajet position? Remember, Wajet in our Kemetic language means cobra. Now people call that position up dog, down, upward facing dog. I don't know why, but it's used to be called cobra. Okay, so we are doing it the proper way of doing the cobra or Wajet. Now we're gonna go into mare or Merkut. The word mare, that is the correct name for these structures that we call pyramids. That shape is called mare. More than one is called Merkut, okay? Or Merkuti. I might be getting that wrong a little bit, but it's that shape. Sometimes people want to equate this with the ancient Kemetic female Neteru, whose name is Nut. I don't have no objection to that no more. Just go ahead and do it if that's what you want to call it. So we can call this Merkut, we can call it Nut. Okay. Now, again, spread your fingers wide apart. Put your fleshy part of your hand right below your thumb and press it into the earth. So we come into our tabletop first. We fold to toes. And then as we breathe in, we're lifting up. As we exhale, we push backwards against the heel of the hands, and we straighten the arms, straighten the legs. We adjust the feet a little bit because our goal is to get those heels down to the floor, to get the feet flat, the arms straight, the legs straight, the spine straight. Now breathe in, slowly breathe out, push all the way back. Now, as you are breathing in, I want you to bend your toes, come up to the balls of your feet, and slowly exhale your knees down to the mat. Now, when you bring your, when you come from this position to here, those toes should bend and open up the structures in the toes. So you want to do every posture with a degree of intensity. Now point your feet, put your insteps to the mat. Breathe in and then exhale back. Bend your knees until your buttocks get all the way down towards your heels, chest to your thighs. Exhale, your head down, and get your forehead down towards the floor. Hold this position and breathe in. Slowly breathe out. So in our Kemetic system, we call this position Mesu Heru. The other people call it the child pose. Mesu Heru is our name for child pose. It represents the idea of the children of Heru. Now breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Now again, come up onto your hands and knees. Let your wrist bend, flatten your hand against the mat. Spread your fingers wide until you feel the fleshy part of your hand right beneath your thumb pressing into the floor. This is how we keep our hands, our knuckles, and all the ligaments and things in the hand healthy and strong over the years. Now fold your toes underneath your feet. As you are breathing in, lift your hips up. Push backwards. Move your left foot about 2 inches forward. Move your right foot about 2 inches forward. And when you exhale, push backwards and get those heels to the floor. Straighten your arms, straighten your back, get your legs straight, and try to touch the heels down so you have a stretch all the way through your Achilles tendon, through your calf muscles. Now, bend your knees, bend your toes, come up to the balls of your feet. Slowly bend your knees. Now, your toes are not coming onto the floor, just the balls of your feet. You're bending your feet at the ball, not at the toes. So the toes are staying flat on the floor. And then you point your feet, place your instep onto the floor. The instep is the top of your feet. Now, we're going to, instead of going into Mesu Heru, we're going to go into Heru Akit. The right hand comes with about a space of about 2 inches between the knee and the hand. The left hand comes back the same distance, not all the way back to here, but you keep a couple of inches, and then you bend your knees and you get your buttocks down to your heels. Now push against the floor and lift your chest. I want you to look forward. We call this the cheetah. I think somebody sent me something about the Kemetic name for the cheetah. Was that you? What is it? Mafdet? Mafdet. So that's what we calling this from now on, Mafdet. Take your right forearm and bring your right forearm down to the mat. Bring your left forearm down to the mat. Now notice that my arms are not all the way in touching my knees. Position your arms so that your arms are slightly in front of your knees, but you want your back to be flat. You want to be able to lift your head up and look forward. And you want both your arms to be parallel with each other. Okay? This is called Heru M. Akit. The other people call it Sphinx, but its proper name is Heru M. Akit. Heru M. Akit. You hold this position to breathe, to relax. You keep the tip of your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth, breathing in slowly and breathing out slowly. Relax. Find your comfort zone. Relax your ankles. Relax your knees. Relaxing your hips and your lower back. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Relax your facial muscles. Keep the tip of your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. Inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, come up onto your hands and knees, because again, we're taking it easy, but we are working with intensity, okay? Cross your legs into what we call sesh pose variation 1, and just relax for a few seconds and try to feel how much it's the most important thing about your practice of yoga is what effects it's having upon your breathing, okay? The benefits what you're going to get in your muscles and your organs and your glands and your all of that is essential also. But the breath, that's the key part that most people miss in their practice of yoga. So what about your breathing? Are you paying attention so that you're able to experience your breathing becoming longer and stronger? Are you paying attention enough to know that your nostrils have become more open and the amount of air that is able to pass through the nostrils has increased, and that the amount of air that your lungs are able to hold has increased? Instead of your lungs being this big, now your lungs are this big, literally, okay? Instead of there being mucus and congestion locked up in your lungs, now your lungs are open. Okay, those bronchial passages that feed the air through the windpipe into the lungs are open. You have tiny little air sacs in your lungs called alveoli. Those sacs you got millions or thousands, you got a whole bunch of them. And each one of those sacs need to be healthy. So you're working with all of this stuff. But you have to have this awareness in your mind, okay? So we're gonna go through that one more time, starting on the hands and knees, going into Nut. I have surrendered. We're gonna call it Nut, okay? N-U-T. And Nut represents the sky. And she's a female. She represents the sky. And when we travel to Kemet, when we walk into the tombs and in certain temples, her image is on the ceiling. And she's in that pose, and she has all the stars on her body. Her body is painted blue like the blue sky, and she has the stars on her body, and you can see the moon and the sun pass between her mouth and her vagina, which is a symbolic reference to the idea of the rising sun and the setting sun, the rising moon and the setting moon, and so on and so forth, right? So let's try it again. Let's come onto our hands and knees. Let's go into the net correct nut. Bend your toes. Lift up as you breathe in. Take your left foot, bring it forward about 2 inches. Take your right foot forward about 2 inches. And then exhale as you push backwards and get those heels to the mat. Now breathe, inhale. Relax your neck, let your chin go down towards your chest. Exhale. As you inhale, come up to the balls of your feet. As you exhale, gently touch your knees down. Open up those toes. And then bring your head up. Lift your feet, point your toes, put your insteps to the mat. Now, take your right hand, place it about 2 inches in front of your right knee. Place your left hand about 2 inches in front of your left knee. And then bend your knees and get your buttocks to your heels. Bring your chest up and look forward. Exhale, relax, release. Remember to keep the tip of your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth at all times. So we call this position mouth deck. So this is your cheetah or mouth deck. Take your right forearm, bring it down. Take your left forearm, bring it down. Transition into Heru, from mouth deck into Heru Akit. Okay. Now breathe. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to transition from Heru Akit into Wajet. Take your left hand, spread your fingers, reach out. Take your right hand, reach out. Breathe in. Slowly exhale forward into your hands. Inhale up. Exhale, arch your spine. Now breathe in. Breathe out. Fold your toes. Lift your knees. Inhale and push your hips up. Take your left foot forward about 2 inches, your right foot forward about 2 inches. As you exhale, push backwards and get the heels of your feet flat. Feel that lengthening in your Achilles tendon. Feel that lengthening in your calf muscle. Feel that lengthening in the muscles in the back of your knees, in the back of your thighs, throughout your spine, all the way into your arms, your chest, and your shoulders. As you breathe in, come up to the balls of your feet. Slowly exhale, touching the knees down, opening up those toes. Lift your feet and point your toes and place your insteps to the mat. Breathe in. Exhale your right hand back, your left hand back, and sit down and bring your right forearm down, bring your left forearm down, and return to your Heru Akit. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, relax, breathe out. Take your left hand, extend it forward. Take your right hand, extend it forward and breathe in. And as you exhale, transfer. Inhale up. Exhale, arch your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fold your toes. Lift your knees. Inhale up. Adjust your feet. Exhale, push backwards. Inhale up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, your knees down. Bring your head up. Bring your feet up, point your toes, and breathe in. And then exhale back into Mesu Heru. Now you can relax and breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. So this pose that we're doing now, this is called a restorative. This is the pose that you rest in order to bring some life back into your body, and you breathe in order to oxygenate the muscles, the tissues of the muscles that you've been working. Now let's have a seat. Cross your legs. Intercept pose, variation 1. And then breathe. Okay. Now, that little sequence we just did, if you all are yoga teachers, y'all need to be teaching that little sequence to people, because it's giving you so many benefits. Just to go through that little sequence, you're getting your toning. If you're an older person, you're getting your resistance. In order to keep your muscle, to keep your bones strong, you have to do resistance exercise. That's why you pull bands. That's why you may just push up against the wall. But doing these poses we just got finished, that's doing resistance, okay? And you don't have to do a whole bunch like you're doing a whole bunch of push-ups and stuff. And you're working all the different areas of your body. You're getting bend and range of motion in your toes, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your spine, so on and so forth, right? So you're taking care of a lot of different parts of your body just by doing that little sequence, which is part of our Sun Salutation, okay? So now the next part of the body and the next posture we're gonna work on that corresponds to that part of the body is called the lunge. And so now we're gonna do more intense work into the toes, more intense work into the ankles, into the knee, and into the thigh, into the hip, okay? Into the psoas muscle, not the sore ass, but psoas, okay? The sore ass, that's back here. But your psoas muscle is the internal muscle that connects a whole bunch of stuff internally inside of there. And it's a very hard muscle to get to. So one of the reasons why we do that lunge and the way that we do it is that we're trying to get into that muscle to release. It releases a whole lot of built up stuff, including anxiety, right? So when we do the lunge, so like in mainstream yoga, I'm gonna say this as a critique of mainstream yoga, they tell you, do like this and put your arms up like that. What we say is to do this. Come here like this. Come here. You can come here, but a more easy way is to bring this down. When I put this knee down and I got this leg bent at a 90-degree angle, I'm getting that lengthening right up in there. Then I bring my hands to my hips and I Bring my body up. So I got that extension and I bring that up. I go deep into all of that good stuff in there. All that good stuff is getting opened up. Nerves, blood vessels, muscles, ligaments, cartilage. Okay, all of that stuff in there is getting all this, your psoas muscle, all of that is getting, all of that is getting open. That's where the health benefit of yoga is supposed to be, not just coming up and putting your arms up and all that. All that stuff to me is irrelevant. What are you really doing when you're doing that? So I put my hands here and I breathe in, and then I push against my knee and I straighten my arms and I lift my chest and let my chest open. I let my head go back. As I exhale, I release into the position. Then I bring my head up, I bring my chest down, and I ease my hands back down. So when I come out of the position, I want to come out of that posture with smoothness, with control. One of the principles that you want to observe in your practice is that you do not want feedback from your body to force you to go fast or to force you to jump out of the pose. So you might be feeling intense energy while you're doing that posture, but you just have this serene look on your face. Nobody can tell that you're feeling this intensity in those blood vessels or in those nerves or whatever is going on, because you're working. You're not feeling intensity in terms of pain. You're feeling intensity in terms of all of that good stuff opening up and using muscles that you may not be used to using. Okay? So let's come up onto our hands and knees. I'm gonna go on my right side. I want you to come up onto your hands and knees. I want you to take your right leg and bring it forward. Okay. I'm on my left leg is where my right leg is back, because I'm gonna do my other side, because that was real intense. Bend the toes of your back foot and lift up to here. Okay. You want to bend those toes at that 90-degree angle, and you want your hips to go down. You want to have a streamline from your hips all the way up to the back of your neck. And then from here, you breathe in and you exhale your knee down. Lift your left foot and point it, put your instep down. Okay. Now, come up like this. Come up like this. Now point, no, don't fold your toes. Point your foot, stretch your foot all the way back. Let me come and torture you a little bit. I lift up. Okay, you got it? It feel good? Yes, it do. You know it feel good. Okay, right there. Now, you're gonna take that knee and let it touch down, but don't do this. Keep it down. Let the knee touch. Push that hip down. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Now put your hands on your hips. Breathe in. When you exhale, come up. You cheating me. Don't cheat me. You do it like this. I ain't want you to do that. Keep the hips down. You ain't got to do all that. Come on. You know, you've been doing this a long time. What about your knee ain't gonna hurt? Keep your hips down. Get that stretch in there. Get that opening. And then move your upper body independently. Don't move your hips. Don't move this. Keep down in there and then come up. Okay, you feel it? So we call this half stretch. Why are you chewing gum? Okay, we call this half stretch. Got to keep your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. Breathe in, exhale, and push. Okay? Go back down. I'm coming this. to work on you. Go down. Push against your knee, arch your spine. Head back. Okay. Go down in there. Arch. Okay, you feel that? Good. That's what I want you to feel. And see, we just doing half a stretch, half a split. Wait till we do the whole split. Okay. Leopard lady. Okay. Okay, now let's switch legs. Come on, come here. Come here. Come on. I want you to help demonstrate for me. I want you to demonstrate what not to do. Okay, cover your hands and knees. Do the other side, everybody. So put your left foot forward. Turn around. Face the other way. So put your left foot forward, right leg is back. You're gonna bend the toes of your right foot and you're gonna lift up. Okay. You could do it this way first, right? Being like that. Okay. Lift. Okay. Because you're trying to get all of this. That's gonna get firm. You want this to get hard, get firm, lift that knee up. Okay. Now, place your knee down, point your foot, and then lock it all the way straight. Now lift your knee up off the floor like that. Bring your chest up, flatten. Okay. Don't go to the side. Keep it like that. Okay. That's good. Now, I want you to just lower down enough to let your knee touch the floor. Keep your hips down. This is what I mean by keeping the hip down. This is half split. Bring your hands up to your knee. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten your back. Okay. Now you'll see how all of this is down. Now breathe in. When you exhale, push against your knee, arch your spine, head all the way back. Okay. And then sometimes you could take some people, you got to exhale, and you can bring their foot. Like she got me like I'm torturing her, like I'm trying to strangle her. Okay. Uh, you want me to
Run.
you don't want me to bother you? Okay. But eventually you can take the person and put their foot up to their head. Okay. You ain't gonna do it. They hollering in my ear. They telling me to tell you to run. No, go back down to here. Go all the way back first. Now you got to use your breath. You got to breathe in and then exhale. Exhale. You gotta let go. There's no crying in yoga. Okay, move away. Can you do it? Well, at least he won't be crying. Huh? You did what? You did what? You did hips today. Well, you should be ready then. Got that down there? Huh? You got, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So let's try that again. Okay. There's no chewing gum or chewing tobacco in class. What you call that chewing tobacco? What was the name of that stuff? Huh? No, it's a brand
Snuff.
name of it.
It's snuff.
No, it's a brand name. The snuff is the stuff you, in the powder, you put it up your nose, and then sometimes you can eat it. But chewing tobacco, you put it inside of your mouth. It's like a chaw. It's like a chunk of tobacco. Anyway, she just had some gum. I'm sure she had no chewing tobacco. But I don't want you to put gum in your mouth. I want you to keep your tongue to the roof of your mouth and focus on your breathing. And chewing gum will like kind of keep you from doing that. Okay? So let's try again. Take your right foot, right leg, right foot, bring it forward. Okay? Bend the toes of your left foot, lifting the left knee up. You want the toes of your left foot to bend at a 90-degree angle. You're going to gently place the left knee down, lift the left foot and point. Keep it pointed and then lift up on the top of your left foot. Okay? Point. Now gently keep the foot pointed, but let the knee touch the ground. Maintain your stretch. Put the hips down. Go into your half split. Now, put your hands, let's just put them to the knee. Now, let's put the hands to the hips. Make it work. Breathe in. Exhale and bring your upper body up. Don't change your leg position, just your upper body. Let your hands come to your right knee. Now breathe in. As you exhale, push against your knee and arch. Now bring your head up. Bring your chest down. Separate your hands. Ease your hands down. Okay? Now, take your left foot, bend the toes, and lift up onto the ball of your left foot. Rotate the bottom of your left foot flat to the floor. Put your right hand to the inside of your right foot and press your right hand down against the floor next to your foot. Put your left hand to your right wrist and slide your hand until it reaches your chest, and then point your elbow up. Now extend your left arm up. Inhale the left arm to the front and extend it out parallel to the floor, even with your ear. Like your elbow, like those fingers, like it's straight. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale it down next to your right hand. Right hand to the other side of your right foot. Come up on your left toe. Put your knee all the way down. And then change your legs. Change your legs to change your life. Okay? Now, from here, we're going to repeat the same thing. This time, the left foot goes forward. You're going to bend the toes of the right foot and lift your right knee up. Okay? Now from here, breathe in. As you exhale, let the knee touch down. I think I left out one part. Point your foot, lift up to here first. Okay? Lift up to here, and then lower the knee. Keep your hips down. Make that stretch in there. Hands to your hips. Inhale and exhale up. Bring your hands to your left knee. Breathe in. Lift your chest, arch your spine. Go back. Let your head go all the way back. Open up your chest, open up your throat. Bring your head up, your chest down, easing your hands down. Now, we're going to go to triangle. Bend the toes of your right foot. Rotate the bottom of your right foot flat. Put your left hand, press it flat against the floor. Take your right hand, put it to your left wrist. Let your right hand slide up your arm. Put your hand to your chest and turn on your waist. Now just go straight up. Rotate. Come straight over. Okay, right there. Okay. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale it down next to your left hand. Bring it straight down. Left hand to the other side. Come up on your right toe. Right knee down. Left leg back. Now breathe in. Slowly breathe out. Ease back into your, what did we call this position? Mesu Heru. Inhale. Exhale. Now, come up onto your hands and knees. Put your thighs together, put your feet together. Fold your toes into sesh pose variation 2. Both your feet stay together. Put your hands next to your legs and have a seat. Open up your toes, get those toes flat. How many yoga mats you got over there? 5? You're gonna be like the princess and the pea. She had 35 mattresses and somebody put a pea underneath the bottom one and she still said, oh, that hurts. Okay. So your hands rest upon your thighs, your shoulders relax. We want the toes to open. We want to stimulate the reflexology points in the bottom of your feet. We want to increase the arch in the bottom of your feet. We want to lengthen those Achilles tendons. Now, when you breathe in, you elevate your arms to shoulders height. When you exhale, you come into your hands and knees, lift your feet and wiggle your toes. Point your feet and place your insteps down to the mat. Left hand back, right hand back. Now breathe in, exhale and ease your hands, your buttocks down to your heels. Get all of this opened up. Make it comfortable. Inhale your hands into mare. Lower your hands down. Breathe in. Exhale, chest to thighs, forearms to the mat, and forehead into the middle of your hands. Breathe in. Slowly breathe out. As you are breathing in, push against the floor. Straighten your arms. Now rise. Arms rise up. Spread your feet, your thumbs away from the rest of your fingers and put your thumbs into the center of your feet. Put the rest of your hand to the mat. We're going to go into Kepra. Kepra. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale down onto your forearms. Inhale. Exhale. Release your neck. Let your head go back. Inhale. Exhale. Head comes up. Gather your weight into your hands and push with your arms. Don't strain your back. Let your arms do the work. And then bring your hands forward. Okay? Something you have to practice. Let's have a seat. Come into sesh pose variation 1. Okay? Now you should really be able to feel your body is changing. Pay attention to your breathing. Pay attention to your toes, your ankles, your shin, your knee, your thigh, your hips. All of it. We open all this stuff up. All these different You're not just lengthening your muscles, you open up energy channels, you open up blood circulation, you open up nerves and all kind of things that make up your body, both on a physical level and on an energetic level. Because we live within our body, our minds, our spirits, to some degree, not to a total degree, are all contained within this thing we call the body, right? It's connected to it. Then, in order to work those other areas, we have to work the body. So that's what we're doing. We're causing the lungs to get larger. We increase our lung capacity. We increase the amount of air we're able to take in. The air carries the life force. The air is called shu. The life force is called shekel. So we want to absorb that energy. We want the energy to circulate. We want the energy to permeate into every cell within the body, into every molecule within the body, in order to change the vibrational frequency of every cell and every atom and every molecule so that it's vibrating at a frequency that is consistent with the body's ability to heal itself. Okay? The mind's ability to attract what's needed. You hear these people talking about the law of attraction, the law of attraction. What does that mean? They're not doing this stuff here. They're just talking, but they're not actually doing the technology that actually causes this attraction to take place on a reality level so that you yourself become a magnet. You yourself becomes the draw for what you want, and you repel what you don't want or what you don't need. You repel which is incompatible with your vibrational frequency. And that's why we do tongue connection, so that we can repel and ward off energy which we don't want to have, that we don't want to be part of our space. That's part of the science of tongue connection. Okay? So everything we do has a purpose. Everything we do has a purpose above and beyond just, I'm trying to stretch this piece of my body. Okay, stretching this and strengthening that and getting your abs and all that kind of stuff. All that is good, but it's science far beyond that. The other thing I was going to say, I see people, they be like, oh, look at me, I'm 40 years old. My birthday is, I'm 40 years old, and they all on Facebook and Instagram talking about, oh, look how good I look and stuff, So I said, I'm never going to do that. But now that I'm turning 72, I'm going to do it anyway. And I would say, look, when I first started, I'm saying it in the context, I'm going to say this in the context of reality. When I first started my practice of Kemetic yoga, I started it with the intention that when I get to be an older person, I'm not old yet, I'm an older person, but I wanted to be able to have a high level of health, wellness, and ability, and a high level of energy when I got to be a certain age. So that gave me the foresight to control my diet, to give up meat, to give up cheese and milk and products and sugar and all that kind of stuff. Because I said, when I get older, I do not want the damage that those products are causing to people I see around me, to cause that damage in me. So when I looked at all my relatives and people, adults and elders around me, and I saw how their bodies was being ravaged by smoking, by drinking, by eating fried chicken and pork chops and all that kind of stuff, I said, I do not choose that for my own self, because I know that there is a law called cause and effect. You can say whatever you want to say. If you eating that stuff, it's going to have a deleterious effect upon you. That's called cause and effect. So if you are a person that's living on earth and your mind is connected to the earth and not to some kind of stuff that you are made up in your mind, like a lot of people do now, then you know that there's a connection between what you put into your body and your state of health, your state of well-being, not only to your state of physical health, but your state of mental health. Okay. So I'm not bragging, I'm just saying this is what I chose. It's a choice that you make. Either you're gonna do this or you're not. Either you're gonna accept, the consequences of your poor behavior, and then you say, well, I'm 48 and I just died. That's what you're gonna be saying when you get to the other side. I was only 48. I was only 50, 52 or whatever, 25. You don't kill yourself. You don't went out the game. Okay. So what we're gonna do next for the next 5 or 6 minutes, we're gonna practice our breathing. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna say again too is that when I was in my 20s, I invented, I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say I invented this stuff. I invented techniques that we did, me and the other yogis, the other yoga practitioners in our little community. Um, and it allowed us to be able to hold our breath underneath the water for like 6 minutes. Now you're supposed to die after 5 minutes of not breathing. So we was able to extend that for 6 minutes under the water. And so we would do fire breathing, 1,000 fire breaths, and then we would swim across the pool. We would do 4 laps in the pool. Then we do another 1,000 fire breaths. We do another 4 laps real fast. We do another 1,000 fire breaths, and we do some more real fast. And then we would go under the water, and we learn how to control our breath so that we can sink down in a 12-foot pool of water and be able to stand like this with our feet touching the ground, but we would control our breathing so that we could take the buoyancy out of the body so that we can stand flat-footed at the bottom of the pool, right? And so this is just something that just came, and so we would do that. So we'd be like statues standing like this in the bottom of the pool. The pool was about 12 feet deep, you know. And so that's what we did. So we did this stuff, right? All this stuff people be making YouTube videos. We was doing that stuff 50, 45, 50 years ago, you know. So fire breath. So let's practice our fire breath a little bit. So let's take the right thumb and we're gonna put the right thumb against the right nostril. And we're gonna breathe in first. We're gonna breathe in and fill the lungs all the way up to the chest. And then exhale all the air out. Now breathe in slowly, fill up your lungs. Exhale, inhale. Okay, release, now breathe. Breathe and try to pay attention to the change in your breathing. Okay? Take your left thumb, close off your left nostril. Breathe in slowly to your right. Breathe out into your lungs to the right. Now rapid inhalation, exhalation. Exhale and then rapid. Okay? And then breathe. Okay. Now let's do both nostrils at the same time. Breathe in and then rapid exhalation, inhalation. Okay? Now breathe. Keep the tip of your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. Slow your breathing down. Let your eyes close. Put your thumb and forefingers together. Let your wrists rest upon your knees. And then breathe. And we're going to end with Om Shura. So breathe in, fill up your lungs. You. Oh. Oh. Again, breathe in. It's all one exhalation breath. Om Shura. And remember, when you exhale, it's all one breath. You release the breath, you make the sound on your exhalation. So one more time, let's breathe in. Now let's breathe. We want to maintain our energy, maintain our focus on our concentration, our meditative state as we move into the evening, into the next day. You take your left arm across your chest, your right arm across your left, make your fist. With your eyes closed and with sincerity, we give thanks and praise to the Creator and to our ancient ancestors who have revealed to us this knowledge of rejuvenation and revitalization. So as we step into the future with the knowledge from the past, the breath will be able to flow long, slow, and deep to bring rejuvenation, revitalization, balance, and harmony to the mind, the body, and the spirit. Hotep. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Halima. Yeah, sorry, I didn't. I need to get your number because I was gonna call you to tell you we wasn't gonna have class those days. Hotep, everybody. See you Tuesday.
Thank you.